The bigger the dreams, the deeper the foundation. And if you want to create sustained growth in your business and your life, it helps to start by building that foundation in your mind. And what I want to do is share my 10 foundational entrepreneurial mindsets for achieving sustained growth. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to give you an overview at the beginning, and then we'll go down step by step through each of these 10. I'm going to share my screen and show you some nuggets to help you along on your journey. And these mindsets are foundational for creating everything you want in your life, from the way that you think, the way that you are, to the way that you show up every single day. And those 10 foundational mindsets: number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, growth mindset. Number 3, positive mindset. Number 4, self-accountability. Number 5, lifestyle design. Number 6, listen to your language. Number 7, yes and. Number 8, energy. Number 9, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And number 10, vision being in action. So let's break each of these down in terms of the foundational mindsets and how they will help you create sustainable growth in your business and your life. So what I'm sharing right here is from my personal growth platform, Built for the Game. If you want free access to this, go to builtforthegame.com. So we're starting with self-awareness, because self-awareness is the foundation for everything. And when you understand that you are in control of every single aspect of your life, because your self-awareness is always on, and you get to design the way that you think, the way you take action, the way that you do everything. This is the game changer of all game changers, and I can't assume that you know this, because I did not know this 12 years ago. I had never, through K through 12, 4 years of college and a decade of corporate America, no one had ever said, hey, Rob, this is what self-awareness is. It wasn't until I left my corporate job, went to zero, and went all in on being a full-time entrepreneur and creator that I woke up on that very first morning, and there was no one to tell me what to do. Do I work out? Anything. And I was like, holy smokes. Everything is on me. And for a lot of people, that's a heavy weight. But for me and so many entrepreneurs, that is the blessing. That is the freedom. But it is also the responsibility, where you say, wow, it's all on me. Boom. Once you create that self-awareness, now you know you are in charge of every single aspect of your life. The next thing here is growth mindset. And this is something that once you become self-aware, then you understand, wait a second, I can always make things better. And part of having a growth mindset is creating the commitment of being a lifelong learner and achieving sustained success and growth as an entrepreneur. It really, really helps for you to always be learning, because that's the way that you grow. That's the way that you do things, because you will always be doing new things that you've never done before. And one of the things that you're going to learn on an entrepreneurial journey is it may look like a roller coaster. Some days are great. Some days are very challenging. Having a growth mindset, I can always make it better. And as part of this, every failure is also an opportunity for you to learn and grow. I think about a quote from former Alabama head coach Nick Saban that says, never waste a failure. What it means, we can always learn from something. And there's a really good book about this that I highly recommend if you haven't read it yet. It is Mindset, The New Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck. It really dives into growth mindset. And in my world, it was very easy for how I created my growth mindset, even though I didn't have it. I just asked myself one question, and I said, all right, I want to audit the success habits of the most successful people in the world, the people that I want to do things like, be like, I aspire to create things like. What are their habits, routines, mindsets, ways of being? What are they doing? And once I did that, I heard the average CEO reads 60 books a year. I was reading zero. I was like, wait a second. I probably want to get on this, and boom, that was the creation of the growth mindset for me, is seeing where I was sitting at 0 and knowing that I could be better by learning from other people. The next thing here is positive mindset. And for me, positive mindset or radiate positivity is a core value. It's a non-negotiable. And this is such a simple concept. I just asked myself one question early on in my entrepreneurial journey. What will help me accomplish my goals faster? Positivity or negativity? Positivity, of course. Negativity is going to take me further away from where I want to go. Therefore, this became a binary equation, a 1 or a 0. Positivity is a 1, negativity is a 0. Anything negative in my life, boom, you're gone. And because of that, one of the things that is so foundational is auditing your inputs, because your inputs are oftentimes going to control the way that you think and the way that you take action. So if you're waking up in the morning and watching the news or fear mongering or judgment or whatever it is, and you're like, oh my goodness, man, there's just so much negativity in my mind, throw it all in the trash. Instead, you have an opportunity to say, hey, what are the things that I am going to create or do or consume that will feed the positive mindset in my life, that will help me create more of what I love? This doesn't mean that every single day is puppy dogs and rainbows, but this is more a way of thinking. And for me, it became very simple. Once I adopted a positive mindset, I became the leader of Team Good Vibes. Like, Rob, how do you show up this way every single day? And I'm like, just who I am. It's who you become. Like attracts like. So when you live a life of positivity, more positivity is going to come your way. So as you're seeing here, we're building this foundation for sustainable growth as an entrepreneur. Next thing here, self-accountability. And what you will learn as an entrepreneur is that once you're self-aware and once you've adopted this growth mindset, everything is on you. So you want to create your own accountability that says, you know what? No one will create a higher standard for myself than myself. And when you notice yourself slipping, what is your process for getting back on track? And one of the terms that I love is shrinking your dispersion, AKA how far off of center do you get? And this as an entrepreneur is a game changer once you understand this, because for a lot of people, they lose a client or something challenging in their life happens, and that might stay with them for a day or a week or a month, or for a lot of people, their entire life. On the flip side, when you understand, all right, I'm in this challenging moment right now, I want to get back as quickly as I can to the best version of myself. So I want to shrink that dispersion for how far off of center. So one of the things, and this will happen with practice as you do it more, becomes your ability to create a process that turns 1 day, 1 week, 1 month into a few days or a few hours to get you back being the best version of yourself. And as it relates to self-accountability, you're definitely going to want to audit your self-talk, because the more aware you are of that self-limiting voice and how much noise it is making, and it's going to make a lot of noise because it does for me every single day, and your ability to not listen to the self-limiting voice and instead focus on that champion voice and the action that you can the action you can take confidently in the direction of your dreams and your vision in the name of being a champion for yourself. So with this, I encourage you, read Jocko Willnick's book, Extreme Ownership. That one for me became a game changer of all game changers, and self-accountability is something that will never leave you, because this becomes the standard for how you show up every single day. Next one here, and as Tim Grover says in his book, Relentless, everything's labeled number 1 because it's all most important. But this one right here, I absolutely love. Lifestyle design. And a quote that changed my life: live by design, not by default. And as an entrepreneur, when you take that leap and you know everything is on me in my life, all right, now let's be in charge of how we design our days, our thoughts, what we do. And one of the most challenging things is oftentimes breaking yourself out of the system in which you've lived for so long, decades of your life saying this is the way that you do things. Instead, let's design your life first and create your business as part of it. One of the things, we have a community. You can go to creatingunlimited.com, and we have a community of entrepreneurs and creators and leaders growing their business and life together. And for us, this is lifestyle design one-on-one, because we all get the opportunity to choose how we show up and what we do every single day. Can you see how these are stacking like Lego blocks or bricks on a house? This is why these are foundational mindsets for entrepreneurial success, because this is how you will show up and see the world every single day. So my encouragement for you, and a lot of people have never done this, design your lifestyle. When do you want to wake up? When do you want to work out? What do you want to do? Who do you want to do this with? And create some time in your day or your week just to be intentional about designing what this looks like, because it's very easy to be on that hamster wheel of the same day, without taking a step back and giving yourself that gift of an hour to say, you know what? Let me design my ideal lifestyle. What would this look like? Because yes, as an entrepreneur, you are building a business towards your goals and your dreams. And ultimately, we want to create success and fulfillment and happiness and joy and money along the way. But so often people create their own cage or their own prison, where they leave a 9-to-5 job to become an entrepreneur. And then all of a sudden they create their own prison for, why is this not the way that I thought this was going to be? Start with lifestyle design. And for this, if you want to become an expert at lifestyle design, do Andy Frisella's 75 Hard Mental Toughness program. I've done it twice. It will absolutely change your life. All right, next one here. And this one is so important and so nuanced, and you will become a master at this as you heighten this more in your life. And this is all around listening to your language, because the words you speak create your reality. And for me, what someone says to me tells me the entire story of your life. So you want to be aware of what you are speaking into existence, because now you're creating something. So be aware and intentional about your language and what you are saying. Are you self-limiting, or are you self-serving in all that you are doing? Also, you have the ability to listen to the language that other people are sharing with you, because this now becomes your filter for how you're experiencing the world. And this is a very simple thing to do, that the way that you can become better with your own language is by listening to the language of others. And a very simple practice that you can do for this is, next time you're in a social setting with friends, maybe you're at a game or a bar, or you're just out somewhere, just want you to sit back and let life and conversation happen in front of you. And when you do so, just take note of how people are communicating. What are they talking about? Are they talking over each other? Are they interrupting each other? Is the topics changing based on the way that people want to jump in there? And all of a sudden you're going to go, holy smokes, is this the way that everybody else is communicating? Because then you can say, holy smokes, how am I communicating? And your language is one of the most powerful things as an entrepreneur. Your ability to speak things into existence and or create things in a way that serve you, because you have the ability to create energy based on what you speak. The next one here, and for me, this is such a fun one, and it's yes and. And yes and comes from my background in improv. It's the two most important words in improv. And what this essentially means is you're building up on the idea of others. And where you learn this, and you learn this in the very first intro sections of improv, is you'll just be playing a game when they'll go, give us an object and a fruit. And they'll go, wheelbarrow and watermelon. And all of a sudden, you're just going to pick this thing up and go, oh my God, this watermelon is so heavy. in this wheelbarrow and you like pick the thing up, and your partner is there to support you and to build on the story, and they'll go, oh my God, let me go get a forklift to help you move this. That is the yes and nature. But the flip side of this would be someone going, that's not a watermelon dummy, that's an orange. Totally kills the scene. And you want to support everyone that is out there. And this yes and mindset is about being someone who is open to possibilities, that builds on top, not tears things down. And once again, in social settings, you can be aware of how others are yes-anding or not. And this has become such a part of my vocabulary that I now use yes and in part of my conversation of, yeah, I'm going to yes and what you just said. And this is so foundational because once you become one of these people, like attracts like, and people and entrepreneurs want to do business with those that they like and support them. And creating this yes and mindset turns this into a game where you are always building. So with this, you want to be someone who supports and builds other people. And my recommendation for you, if you have ever had the inkling of taking an improv class, I highly recommend you do it. It totally changed my life. Next one here, and this is a superpower for me, and it's all around energy. Energy is transferable. At the same time, you cannot give to others that which you are not experiencing yourself. And you don't need to be a very big personality to have positive energy in your life, because we know there's so many people in our lives that are energy vampires that drain the energy for you. So as an entrepreneur, when you think about your mindset, be aware that your energy is transferable, and your ability to create it in yourself can then create it and give it to others. And you can use your energy to create the life and the business that you want. And the next levels of this is your ability to create a magnetism about yourself because of the way that you create your energy. And for me, I am genuinely excited for every single day because of the energy that I create for myself and what that attracts in my life. And why is that? Because I'm no longer working in a Fifth Third Bank call center, slinging home equity loans, making $10 an hour in a cube farm like Peter from Office Space, 20 years ago. I know what it's like to live a large portion of my life doing things that I did not enjoy. Therefore, now that I have the ability to create this for myself, I am going to do everything possible to create that energy, to create more of what I want in there. And once again, what you give out will come back to you. So be aware in your mindset of your ability to create this energy in your life. And one simple thing that you can do, I encourage you to audit your energy and then write it down. Describe what your energy is like. And another thing here, audit your inputs. What are the things that are affecting your energy? If there's more negative energy, audit them, remove them, and replace them with things that serve you and help you grow. Next thing here, and as an entrepreneur, for me, this is a non-negotiable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because discomfort and adversity and challenges is part of the life of an entrepreneur. And I learned this early on in my journey. So as I just adopted a growth mindset, I heard a quote and it was like, why do most people not achieve their dreams? And the reason is because they quit and they give up. And I was like, oh, that makes complete sense. Therefore, I will become someone who specializes in not quitting and not giving up. And we know the journey as entrepreneurs is going to be filled with fear, judgment, self-limiting beliefs, adversity, challenges, roadblocks, some created by ourselves, some that come out of nowhere. Therefore, your ability to create with discomfort is an absolute game changer. It's a foundational mindset to achieving long-term growth. And the book that changed my life on this, so much so that I wear it as a necklace, is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And what it says is what stands in the way becomes the way. Our ability to turn obstacles into opportunities. And it's something that is challenging, but as an entrepreneur, you create sustained growth by being someone who takes challenges and turns them into opportunities. And this is something that you will constantly work on every single day of your life, because it's very easy to give up. Comfortable is always comfortable. You can always tell yourself, you know what? This is too hard for me. That's not how I get down. That's not how you get down. Therefore, get comfortable being uncomfortable. So much so that you go out of the way to design discomfort in your life so that you are prepared for when more discomfort comes your way. And the way that I like to say this is prepare for what's difficult when it's easy. Because you know what? Everybody's good when everything's good. But when everything hits the fan and there's chaos and challenges, that is when you will prove what you are made of and who you are as an opportunity. This is your opportunity to use discomfort and turn it into an advantage. And the last one right here is a framework, a mindset for creating everything you want in your life, including sustained growth as an entrepreneur. And the framework is vision, being, and action. Number one, get very specific on your vision, what you would love to create, because it's very challenging to hit a goal if you don't know what that goal is. So what's the vision? The more clear your vision, the better, because the second part becomes being. Who do you get to be? And how do you show up to be the person that creates that vision and makes it happen? This is your state of being. This is where you design your self-talk, your identity, and who you are. Who is that type of person who makes that vision happen? Because the last part, after you've got your vision, after you've designed your being, becomes the action. What are the actions that I take as the person who creates that vision? And this very simple framework allows you as an entrepreneur to have a system for how you can create everything you want in your life. What's my vision? What's my state of being? What's the action that I am going to take? And once you've adopted this vision, being, and action, infinitely scalable. So these are the 10 foundational mindsets as an entrepreneur for achieving long-term growth in your business and your life. Once again, the bigger the dreams, the deeper the foundation. And these are things that have taken me over a decade to learn and implement in my life. And I want to speed up this process for you, which is why I'm sharing this. And if anything I said today inspired you or caused you to think or take action, or you want to dig deeper into these concepts in your life, then let's jump on a call and have a deeper, more powerful conversation together. Hit me up, rob@robcressy.com, or you can slide into my DMs on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook @Rob Cressy. These mindsets have changed my business and my life, and can for you too. Sending tons of good vibes your way. Hope you have yourself an amazing rest of the day.